I'd like to call this meeting to order. Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Yes, Mr. Elick,
Here.
Ms. Karstafen.
Here.
Mr. Bax.
Here.
Mr. Gebhardt.
Here.
And Mrs. Seguin.
Here.
Great, everybody's here. Would you please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to the October 7th, 2020 Elyria School Board meeting. I'd like to introduce our group up here. To my right is Board Member Jim Bax. To his right is Board Member Elaine Sequin. I am Greg Elick. To my left is Board Member and Vice President Annie Karstafen. To her left is Board Member Mike Gebhardt. To his left is our Superintendent Ann Slosh. And way, way, way down on the end over there is our Treasurer, Joy Clickinger. Okay. I don't believe we have any presentations or recognitions today. So we'll move into board member discussion. Are there any board member discussion items that the board would like to share today? Okay, with none, the next item on the agenda are the minutes. The minutes for the September 16th, 2020 have been posted. Do I have a motion to approve?
Move to approve.
Have a motion by Board Member Bax. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
And a second by Board Member Sequin. Any questions or comments? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Bax.
Yes.
Mrs. Seguin.
Aye.
Ms. Karstafen.
Abstain.
Mr. Gebhardt.
Aye.
And Mr. Elick.
Aye, motion carries. Treasurer action items. Madam Treasurer.
Thank you, Mr. President. This evening, all I have are the donations as listed on your agenda, and to approve the attached list of purchase orders to comply with our purchasing procedures. And that's it.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the treasurer action items?
So move.
I have a motion by Board Member Gebhardt. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Bax. Questions or comments? Madam Treasurer, the one purchase order we're over on, you have an explanation on that?
I can look it. It's,
We don't very often have purchase orders that we go over on, so.
this one went over, it was tuition for a special needs student.
Okay.
And we really don't have, a lot of times we don't have a good handle on that. Kids move in or out or whatever, but this one went higher than what we had anticipated.
So the original was an estimate probably? Okay. Any other questions or comments? With none, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mr. Bax?
Yes.
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mrs. Seguin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick.
Aye, motion carries. Let me see here. Other reports this evening, Madam Treasurer?
No, thank you.
None? Okay. Moving along on the agenda, Madam Superintendent, do you have action items for us this evening?
I do, thank you. First of all, to approve the purchase of the John Deere 1600 Turbo Series from Poland Implement, and that concludes my action item.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the superintendent action items?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Karstafen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Gebhardt. Questions or comments? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mr. Bax?
Yes.
Mrs. Seguin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick.
Aye, motion carries. Okay, do we have personnel action items, Madam Superintendent?
Yes, we do. First of all, to approve the retirement of the following certified staff. I'd like to acknowledge Michael Brand, had 31 years as an art teacher in the district in many buildings. John Cake, who has 20 years as a counselor at the high school, and Kathleen O'Shaughnessy, who's 18 years in the district.
Okay.
Also to rescind the unpaid leave of absence for the certified staff member, to approve the appointment of the following certified staff as listed below, to approve Heather Beck for the payment of work and rental This one is kind of unique. Oberlin City Schools could no longer use the stadium at Oberlin College, so we allowed them to use our beautiful new stadium for their football games.
But it is at $30.
And it's at $30, thank you. The $40 is a typo. Also to approve the supplemental contracts for the following certified and classified staff. To approve the daily payment to the following certified staff members. Just a note there, these are staff that are doing the extended period before and after school of some of the AP and CCP courses. It's only for 45 minutes. That's why it's less than the normal hourly rate. So that's the $22.97. Also, to approve the retirement of the following classified staff. Ava Dowdell, she has 10 years with us in the food services. Also to approve the resignation of the following classified staff. To approve the unpaid leave of absence of the following classified staff. To approve the appointment of the following classified staff. To approve the one-year limited contract of the following classified staff. To approve the one-year limited contract of the following security officers for extracurricular activities. Also to approve the memorandum of understanding between the Elyria City School Board of Ed and the Elyria School support staff. This is where we redid the duties so that some of the classified staff could help out with the extra cleaning duties that's really outside their normal job duties. And that concludes my items.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the superintendent's personnel action items?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Sequin. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Gebhardt. Any questions or comments?
Yes. Would you explain to rescind the unpaid leave? That's one question I have.
Sure. This was without getting in depth because it is
Medical.
a medical reason, but there were some on-again, off-again medical issues that we had to change the way it was done for that staff member.
Okay. And also Kathleen O'Shaughnessy and another O'Shaughnessy, what was the name?
They are husband and wife,
Okay.
actually, yes. He is a paraprofessional at Crestwood, and she is a teacher at Crestwood. So she's retiring at the first of the year, and he decided to go a little bit earlier.
Okay. I just wondered if I saw both names.
Yes.
Okay, any other questions or comments? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mrs. Seguin,
Aye.
Mr. Gebhardt,
Aye.
Mr. Bax?
Yes.
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Madam Superintendent, do you have a superintendent report for us this evening?
Yeah, real quick, I just want to say congratulations to, really the shout out goes to all food service employees and Aramark. We served our 1 millionth meal since COVID began. And I think that's just a shout out to all the help that we've given local families and Elyria families and the students throughout this whole pandemic. But what we kind of joked with them, tell us when you hit 1 million. Well, they hit 1 million, and that's a huge undertaking. But shout out to everyone that has a hand in that, including First Student who helps us deliver. And also just, again, want to continue to really give kudos to all staff, teachers, classified staff members, administrators. What goes into making this hybrid virtual platform? It's not easy, and it's a lot of extra work, a lot of juggling of change, and we constantly are telling everyone we're in this together, and we're doing a lot of unique and creative ways of getting through it, and we're seeing some really cool things happen, and the teachers are getting really creative, and we're enjoying it, but it is difficult, and kudos goes out to everyone for everything they're doing, including the families who are being the teacher, the substitute teachers at times also. So thank you to everyone who's putting forth the effort that's going into all of this.
Okay, great, super. And I have a couple parents that asked me, they said they may end up killing their family or kids. They need to get their children back in school. So they did ask, when are you able to switch up between if you pick the virtual to going back in school? Is that the end of the semester then?
We're really, right now, we are in orange, and that does dictate hybrid. We did tell virtual end of semester, which is January, end of January. We're hoping end of January we can bring back, we'd love to bring back virtual if they would like, and we'd like to go to 4 days a week if possible, and really switch it up. That really is going to be dictated by what's going on with COVID, but fingers crossed, because we do know that really the learning face-to-face in person, that's far superior to what we can do the other way, but that is what we'd like.
Well, I thought it was interesting, the parents that I've talked to that asked were the ones that had their children at home for all virtual of getting back to school. So
Yeah.
that was pretty interesting. So.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Madam Superintendent. Moving along on the agenda to Board of Education, I would like to ask for a motion to approve the second reading and adoption of the following board policies that are listed there. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
I have a motion by Board Member Karstoffen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Board Member Bax. Any comments or questions? With none, Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mr. Bax?
Yes.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries. Okay, any other items here for the good of the cause by the board members? With none, gosh, my agenda kind of got mixed up here. I will ask for a motion we will have an executive session tonight, so I will ask for a motion for an executive session for the purpose of considering the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official with no action to follow as authorized under Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Motion by Jim Bax. Do I have a second?
Second.
And a second by Gebhardt. Madam Treasurer, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Bax?
Yes.
Mr. Gebhardt?
Aye.
Ms. Karstafen?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Elick?
Aye, motion carries, and everybody have a good evening, and executive session with Mr. Lake.